And welcome back for this, effectively the third and fourth playoff. It is the Premiership matches now. And it is Leo FATIALOFA in the white t-shirt, black shorts, and in the blue type top, and white shorts, Elijah Thomas. These two 17-year-olds both with PSA rankings. Elijah Thomas, 257 in the world, and Leo FATIALOFA, around about 500 in the world. Oh, you're going to see some big shot making from FATIALOFA, but also with plenty of angles when he gets the advantage near the front of the court. Elijah Thomas, a very structured game. Could be some of the coaching from Carol Owens, the former world champ in the past. Whereas Leo FATIALOFA, the older brother of Upper FATIALOFA, who we saw earlier today, Leo will hit some amazing winners from positions of the court you never expected. A very cool customer and a prefect at Auckland Grammar this year. His last year at high school. Elijah Thomas was at Auckland Grammar, but he's now at AUT. So two young players who, in the senior part of New Zealand squash, are making an impact as well. Nice shot there from Leo FATIALOFA, the backhand, putting it deep into the forehand corner. Too tough for Elijah Thomas to get back. Elijah Thomas made the final of his first satellite earlier this year. That was at the Henderson Open, the PSA satellite tournament. Lost to Evan Williams in the final. But at least playing through to get there and experiencing players from different parts of the world. So we have one prediction that is through, and that is for the white shorts. That's Elijah Thomas in 3. Okay. Well, it's always tough to beat Leo FATIALOFA because you never know what he's going to do next. Sometimes it's hard to believe he knows either. So if anybody else has a different prediction or wants to echo that thoughts of possibly 3-love to Elijah Thomas, feel free. And we have our spectators, viewers from UAE, Brazil, Singapore and Australia. No doubt some from New Zealand as well. In fact, we have had the Hawke's Bay come through. So let's just see if the steadiness and the cool, calm approach from Elijah Thomas can counter the shot making from Leo FATIALOFA. Very wristy forehand that you see from FATIALOFA, but going up for the smash, stays in that one. There you go, finish it off. And from Detroit as well. My goodness, we do have, and Canada. That's great to have a real international lineup of spectators. Thanks for coming through and thanks for watching. We've got Mexico coming in, most of America at the moment. Just watch that confident approach, taking the ball on the forehand volley, keeping it nice and low. FATIALOFA can certainly cover the court. Using the backhand ball. We'll see Elijah Thomas using that backhand as much as he can. Oh, that's a great shot. Comes forward, chops it across court right into the top forehand corner. It's a favourite of Leo FATIALOFA, and it's very difficult to counter. And joining me very shortly is Jack Condor, who had a good win over Upper FATIALOFA earlier on. He's actually doing everything. He's played his match, he's done some scoring and refereeing, and he's about to do some commentating from this 17-year-old. So Elijah Thomas, let's see what he can do. Can he come back from a couple of points down, 5-7? And Jack Condor, another 17-year-old. They're everywhere. with me right now. Good to have you, Jack. And, oh, nice touch. Quite a long rally. Oh, there's that shot again. He's done it twice now in the last couple of points, Jack.
It is a great shot.
They're kind of laughing about it too. That's one of those things you almost have to laugh because
You have to congratulate sort of shots like that.
exactly. Well, you did it on the last point.
Yeah,
with your
I think
twin.
that was a bit of luck, but most of what Leo goes for, he's actually going for. He doesn't get lucky with them.
Oh, nice ball.
Shot.
That's good control there by Elijah on that one. The thing is with Leo Fatialofa's shots is he chops it from the backhand side so deep he's stuck in the corner almost.
Yeah. Good burst.
I don't think you think he's going to do it. You're like, no,
Yeah,
he's not going to be able to do that, is he?
It's like most of his games, quite unexpected.
Almost. But what about the difference between Leo and Apa? You played Apa 2 years junior. What did you think?
Apa's only 15, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's quite a bit younger than Leo, but I think at the same age they're quite similar level. But I think he just needs maybe another year or so, and he's going to improve a lot. He's a really good player for only 15 years old. Compete with us older guys quite well. So he's got a really good game. He's
Apa
hard to
has a
play.
good forward game. He wasn't using it as much, certainly in the first game against you, that you were getting into I can hit it harder battle.
Yeah,
But
that is sort of something I'm trying to stop hitting it as hard and lift it a bit more. But
right.
generally against Upper, that's sort of the game plan going in, is to try and just make it fast pace and try and take all his time away. But yeah, he's really good at the front. There's one backhand flick which he got me on, which was quite good.
Well, it didn't quite come off that time for Leo Fatialofa. But he has a game ball though. Now someone's coming through with more predictions. We had someone, one of our viewers say 3, and now we've got someone else saying 4. They're both saying Elijah. Haven't had anybody saying.
I have a bit of faith in Leo.
Yeah,
I think he has quite a good chance. He's been playing really well the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Short. He's going short.
Come on, short or long?
Surely short. He's taking his time.
Oh, it's going long. It's fun. The short and long is a bit of fun.
Yep.
With the short, it's win next point. With the long, let's go up to 13.
Definitely in the 5th game.
Oh,
It's something which is really good to see.
Oh, my goodness. You did a lot of running then.
Yeah.
Well, you had the short or long. Was it in the 5th against Cheltenham the other day, or was that you? There's been so many matches.
I've had a few of them. I can't quite remember who against, but there has been a few of them. I remember I had one against Temois a few weeks ago.
All right.
The one yesterday was really good with Michael and Upper.
That's right.
That one. Sure.
Well, he did have the game ball he's still got a game ball, Elijah Thomas, but it is the serving of Leo Fatialofa. And this time takes it. All right, so there we go. That is Elijah Thomas taking that one in a tough contest. It did go to a 13. All right, so the first game going 13-11 to Elijah Thomas after Leo Fatialofa took the long option, which means winning up to 13, not the short. Next point wins. And in the first game, it was Fatialofa doing this typical thing. Usually he starts really fast and wins the first game, albeit it was very close this time. And then sometimes fades a little in the second. Staying in.
Shot.
Lengthy rally, the ball not quite on the bats. For you today, Jack, You played a good, excuse me, you played a good game against Upper Fatialofa there. You must have been pretty pleased with.
Yeah, it's been a tough few weeks playing all these high-ranked players. So, you know, you're not... Personally, I'm not used to losing so many matches like that, so it's quite... Because you're not playing... I'm not always playing, like, you know, these PSA players, but... So my confidence was down a little bit, but it's good to get a win. It just makes you feel a bit better.
Would you say that you've improved over these last 4 weeks because you've been playing with a variety of players?
I think it has helped, but you know, you don't have. I think it's good. You don't notice it when you're on court, but when you go and play players of your level or below you, then I think that's when you start to notice it, because when you've played the guys like, you know, Joel, he just takes all your time away and takes everything so early. So then when you go and play someone else, you know, you're more used to that and it's easier.
I've got one of our viewers who says they used to love playing long and short because it was great domestically as well. What do you think if you were playing long and short in a more domestic level, for your club level?
I think it's a real cool rule actually. You know, something I'd be quite keen for it to happen with all of our tournaments and all of our interclub and everything like that.
Imagine that.
Brings a lot more excitement to the game, I think.
Yeah, imagine you playing your interclub and you've got your club against some other club and everybody's going, is he going to go long or short? Go long, go short.
Yeah, definitely gets the crowd entertained a lot more.
And then you regret your decision if you lose.
Yeah, you can regret your decision sometimes.
All right, well, close one so far, and this is the second. No player been able to wrestle it free so far. Elijah Thomas in the blue and the white shorts, and in the white t-shirt and the black shorts, Leo Fatialoffa, both 17. And
it's tight, very tight.
Jammed into that corner, wasn't it? What are you going to do when it jams in that much? You sort of just whack the racket at it and
gotta
see
have
what
a swing at it, you know.
Right. Great recovery. I think sometimes he just expects it to come off no matter what. That was
not every time it's going to come off, but it's worth a shot.
It's certainly a weapon, and it's worked most of the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard to play against. I think we've only had a couple of let calls, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good not having calls. It's not as enjoyable on court, especially when you're playing and you're having to call so much. It's quite scrappy.
Isn't there different styles of players as well?
Yeah. There's some people who I tend, you know, there's always calls, and some people it's just a lot more clean and a lot tighter, so there's not as many calls in those matches. Sure.
Because we know that when generally Joel and Elijah play, there's going to be a lot of let calls because they play a very similar game, don't they?
Yeah. And especially with those two, they love arguing the call. And it's quite funny to watch actually when that happens. I just feel a bit sorry for Heather over there reffing when that happens, because you know, she makes the call and either way one of them probably argues it.
Oh, nice play. Jeez, I thought he was almost going to get that. So this game so far has been what we expected from Elijah, very solid.
Shot.
I think halfway through we get Leo realising what he's done at a point, like, I don't know how I'm going to come back this one, even with my talent.
Yeah.
So plenty of opportunities for Elijah Thomas to take the second. He took the first 13-11. Kind of what we expected, the flair of Leo Fatialoffa against the steadiness
Very
and
steady.
the game plan.
Sure.
Ooh. Did he wear it?
Cheeky shot down the middle there. Called him out.
All right, well, a couple of points back for Leo Fatialofa, but still trading. Still the advantage to Elijah Thomas. Oh. Nice played into the backhand.
Good shot.
Plenty of good speed work by
A lot of
Leo
running, a
Fatialofa.
lot of running there by Leo.
Yeah, I think he was just in trouble from shot
From
one.
the first
almost.
shot, he was always on the back foot.
Yeah.
Fuss up.
Back in for game number 3, and it is Elijah Thomas leading by 2 games to love. And a nice couple of little dinks there in the corner. And Jack Condor. Where's next for you when it comes to squash? You playing the Northland Open?
Yeah, going up for the AXL lads next weekend, which should be good.
Again,
First
different
proper
players.
tournament. Yeah, there'll be a few guys who have played before.
What about
The
Riley
likes
Jack?
of Riley Jack.
Yeah.
It'd be good to have a match against them.
I think he's almost trying it a little bit too much now.
Yeah, he has gone for that shot the last few times and it hasn't come off. Maybe he just needs to change it up a little bit.
This is what I was expecting from Elijah, to play that backhand ball.
Yeah, he's just going to keep on grinding down there and wait for Leo to make those errors. Move him around quite well.
Nice. Well done.
Straight to Thomas. 3-1.
That's what we need, though, from Elijah Thomas. He's going to play it steady. Don't give Leo the opportunity to play as
Yeah, it has to be
shots.
tight enough. He's got to keep it tight so that nothing's in Leo's range. Not much coming off at the moment for Leo.
I've seen the errors creeping in. He's perhaps just needs to
Yeah.
take another short step on some of the shots. And, yeah.
6-1.
So Elijah Thomas looking very steady right now, and Leo Fatialofa just seems to have lost his zing. Playing along, really going back. Oh,
7-1.
all right, well. I guess it's reward for someone like Elijah, who's come so close to beating 10-1. They did beat him once, and come so close to
He's been playing
Joel as
really
well.
well actually over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
yeah.
I think some of the guys might have their predictions quite correct actually.
Indeed. I'll be asking shortly then if there is. Oh, gee, that was the sitter. We'll be asking for predictions of the grand final as well, Tim Wachurisi against Joel Ascott. So if anybody's got any predictions there, feel free to put them through.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting match.
Well, Tim's won the last 2 and 4, the last 2 times they played in the series in 4 games.
Yeah.
Nice play.
So Tim was won 2 of the weeks and Joel's
Yes.
won 1.
Yes, I think it is the conclusion which was expected.
Yeah.
And it is their home court, literally their home. And
Literally
court.
their home, yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe next weekend they'll be quite pleased to be playing on a different court, even though this is great. It'd be quite
Yeah.
nice for them to play somewhere else.
Speaking to Joel earlier, and he's actually really keen to just get out of here, go somewhere different for once.
Ooh,
And now team 3. Match ball.
there we go. Ready to clean it up there. Elijah Thomas. Plenty of match points.
Shot.
Yeah, wrapped it up fairly quickly. And that was just
Well
in
played by
20
Elijah.
minutes. And Elijah Thomas taking that final 11-3 for a 3-love win, and effectively third place as well.